Welcome to Xinhua Live. I'm Lai Yuchen with Xinhua News Agency in South China's Zhuhai City. I am now right in front of the toll gate of Hong Kong Zhuhai Macao Bridge, the longest man-made sea crossing in the world, which will open to public traffic in about 15 minutes. So in today's live broadcast, we will witness this special moment together, and later we will also join the other vehicles and travelers to cross this bridge together. So if you like this broadcast, please share it to your friends. Opposite to this toll gate is the boundary crossing facilities of Zhuhai and Macao. Right there, there are already some sea crossing trucks, buses and travelers waiting eagerly to step foot on this mega project. From today's 9 p.m. on, the boundary crossing facility will be opened 24 hours a day, as well as the shuttle buses running between the boundary checkpoints. And that's the place where the travelers will go through the immigration and customs clearance. And the customs clearance between Zhuhai City on my right-hand side and Macau Special Administrative Region on my right-hand side will be carried out on a new principle called joint inspection and one-time release in order to make the whole process more efficient for the travelers. After all the clearance, the vehicles and travelers will come to this place, this toll gate. This is where they will enter the bridge. We can see there are 20 lanes here, and an electronic toll collection system is installed at all the 20 lanes. The drivers can pay their toll automatically, and the system adapts to both the ETC card used in the mainland of China as well as the auto toll system used in Hong Kong SAR. And of course, the drivers can pay their toll directly to the clerks by cash, by credit card, or by the popular mobile payments, Alipay or WeChat in China. We will wait here for the vehicles and the travelers to enter the bridge. But that's the information about this area, about where we are right now. But I'm sure you want to know more about the whole picture. You want to know more about the highlights of the bridge. So this bridge is actually the first large-scale infrastructure project jointly developed by Guangdong Province, by Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, and also by Macau to only 30 minutes. Consider the time, the energy, and the expenses saved here. You can easily get its significance, right? The project is developed under the principle of one country and two systems, let alone the impact on regional economy, on logistics, on supply chain, tourism, and of course the exchange of culture and ideas. The bridge itself is worth visiting, and that's why you should share this webcast to your friends before we hit the bridge. The three cities here, Zhuhai and Macao, are both on the west side of the Pearl River estuary, and at the other end of the bridge is Hong Kong on the east bank. The bridge stretches as long as 55 kilometers, which is magnificent. And it's not only a bridge. The main structure includes also an undersea tunnel and two artificial islands. So our journey today will be a mixture of different elements. Now it's 5 minutes to 9 a.m., the official opening time of this bridge. And we are waiting here at the toll gate on the west end of the bridge, waiting for the vehicles and passengers to historically enter this bridge. The construction of Hong Kong Zhuhai Macao Bridge started in December 2009, and it took the builders 9 years to complete the project. However, if we take into account its huge scale and the complexity of coordinating such a project among 3 different city authorities, 9 years are actually not a long time, and the bridge was constructed very efficiently. How did they manage to do that? Actually, the bridge was not built bit by bit here on site. Most of its components were prefabricated in workshops on land and then transported and assembled here. The bridge elements include steel towers as tall as 135 meters and the tunnel tubes as heavy as 80,000 tons. And it is amazing that these huge building blocks are pieced together so precisely that the error margin is measured by millimeter. Hello to those who just tuned in. I'm Lai Yuchen with Xinhua News Agency. In just a few minutes, Hong Kong Zhuhai and Macao Bridge, the longest man-made sea crossing in the world, will open to public. I'm so glad to share this epic moment with you guys. Before the first vehicle reach here, the toll gate at the west end of the bridge, I think we still have some time to have a good look at the bridge from the bird's-eye view. And let me give you a short briefing on the highlights along it. Well, it starts drizzle here right now. The main bridge section has 3 navigable bridges because this place is the estuary of China's 2nd largest waterway. And the nearby cities in Pearl River Delta are among the busiest ports in the world. So the water area is full of crisscross navigation routes and sees over 40,000 vessels each year. The west one is called Jiuzhou Navigable Bridge and nicknamed Sail Towers after the shape. The twin towers are taller than 100 meters, so in clear days, people in downtown Zhuhai and Macao can see this landmark very easily. The weather today is not very good, not very pleasant. Actually, the weather in this area is not always pleasant. There are frequent typhoons, which are, of course, considerable challenges to a sea crossing and needed to be taken into consideration when people build the bridge. Other complexities of construction also include airport high restrictions and high environmental standards. We want this enormous project to have a significant impact on boosting the economy, but at the same time, we also hope to minimize its impact on the environment, on river flow, and of course on wildlife. The navigable bridge in the middle is called Zhuhai Navigable Bridge and is nicknamed the Dolphin Towers. The towers are symbols of ecological harmony because this place is also an important habitat of Chinese white dolphins, an endangered species under top-level state protection. Yesterday, 5 white dolphins were spotted near the towers by a patrolling vessel of Guangdong Maritime Safety Administration, and they were swimming towards the bridge. The Chinese government has prioritized protection of the dolphin following the construction of the bridge that started in 2009. And since 2011, researchers from Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau have identified more than 2,300 Chinese white dolphins at the Pearl River estuary. And in the future, a conservation alliance will further facilitate the work. As I mentioned before, the towers were not built here, but prefabricated in a factory on land, and then carried to the sea by trucks and ferries, and hoisted and installed to this spot by super large float cranes. The 3 towers, each one taller than a 35-story building and weighs around 2,600 tons, were installed here in only 3 days. But it took the engineers 3.5 years to prepare for the installation. This method of construction greatly shortened the working time in the sea and then minimized its impact on the daily activity of the dolphins. That makes all those endeavors worth it, doesn't it? on the east is Qingzhou Navigable Bridge, which is nicknamed the Chinese Knots, celebrating the connection of the three cities, Hong Kong, Zhuhai, and Macao. According to the Bridge Authority, an estimated 38.1 billion yuan or $5.7 billion are invested in the project, which is funded, constructed, and managed jointly by the three places. You know, this bridge is the first large-scale infrastructure project jointly developed by Guangdong Province, Hong Kong SAR, and Macau SAR under the principle of one country and two systems. The three places have different political systems, different construction standards, and even different traffic routes. The bridge needs to satisfy all these different requirements. It's 9 a.m. now, and we are right now at the toll gate of Hong Kong Zhuhai Macao Bridge, the longest man-made sea crossing in the world, which is officially open to public traffic right now. Most of the vehicles and travelers are passing through the immigration and customs clearance in the boundary facility building opposite to this place. They will come to this toll gate and enter the bridge very soon, in just a few minutes. So to those who just tuned in, this is a very special moment to witness the longest sea crossing in the world to be put into use officially. And please share this live broadcast to your friends if you like it. We just mentioned about the traffic in among the three different cities. They have different traffic routes. Right-hand traffic is used in the mainland of China, while left-hand traffic is used in Hong Kong and Macau. The bridge adopts right-hand traffic because its main structure locates in the mainland of China. This bridge is connecting Hong Kong on its east to Zhuhai City and Macau SAR on its west. The land travel time between the cities will be slashed from more than 3 hours to only 30 minutes. That's a whole new experience. You know what? This bridge is not only a bridge, but also contains an undersea tunnel. And it's not a usual tunnel. It's 6.7 kilometers long and the longest undersea immersed tunnel in the world. But why? Why did those crazy designers and engineers build a tunnel within a bridge and two artificial islands to connect them? Aren't you curious? Wouldn't it be easier to build just one big bridge? Of course it would, but in that case, the bridge needs to be super huge, at least 80 meters high, and the bridge towers rise to more than 200 meters, because it is crossing one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, and many 100,000-ton vessels need to pass through. However, just a few kilometers to the northeast locates the Hong Kong International Airport, to and from where some 1,100 flights are flying every day. So the height of the bridge must be kept under 88 meters to ensure the safety of the airplanes. It seems that going undersea was the only solution. And it was, of course, a painfully difficult solution. The tunnel is the most challenging part of the whole project in terms of construction, and it is made of 33 huge tubes. Each of them is 180 meters long and weighs about 80,000 tons, which is heavier than 320 Airbus A380 combined together. These tubes were all prefabricated on land and then installed and connected under the sea. It took the engineers 96 hours to lay the first tube, and many of them couldn't sleep for several consecutive nights. similar to the tunnel. The whole bridge was pieced together with different parts built in different locations like building blocks. It's the progress of China's equipment manufacturing industry that makes this construction method possible. And at the same time, this project is also the crystallization of the wisdom and experiences of many designers and engineers from different countries and regions around the world. Just 5 minutes ago, this mega project has opened on a 24-hour basis to public traffic. It is estimated that private vehicles and shuttle buses will carry more than 120,000 people to cross the bridge every day in 2030 and boost the bi-directional tourism. Right now, we are waiting for the first public vehicle to pass through the immigration and customs clearance and enter the bridge from this point. We are right now in front of the toll gate of the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macao Bridge, the longest man-made sea crossing in the world, which stretches over some 55 kilometers at the Lingdingyang water at the estuary of Pearl River. This is a historic moment which has been dreamed of again and again by the container truck drivers who want to make better fortune, by the frequent travelers among the cities who want to have easier journeys, and of course by all the bridge builders who have devoted immeasurable effort and passion to this epic project. This bridge is at the heart of one of the most dynamic city clusters in the world, and this Bay Area is the trade and financial center, manufacturing base, and innovation hub of the country. And the city is now integrating at a pace even faster than before. Many vehicles that are going to cross this bridge are the large trucks and some container trucks running between the west bank and the east bank of Pearl River. So they have a lot of goods, commodities to go through the customs clearance. And that's why we are still waiting for the first vehicle to come to the bridge. This morning when we arrived here, we already see some trucks queuing for the clearance. The boundary crossing facilities in the building opposite to this toll gate also opens at 9. So most of the vehicles are getting through the immigration and customs clearance. Now we see the first vehicle coming towards the bridge. I can only see from distance it looks like a yellow bus, a yellow shuttle bus of Hong Kong Zhuhai Macao Bridge. These buses are running between the boundary checkpoint. It seems that those buses, those vehicles, has just finished the clearance. Okay, it's a bus. It's a navy color bus. Looks like a boundary crossing buses, coaches. Okay, now this one. This is a I think it's a working vehicle of the bridge authority. It looks like it does cost some time to pass through the immigration and customs clearance. So if you plan to visit the bridge in the future, remember to save some time for the clearance procedure, right? Hello to those who just tuned in. I'm Lai Chen with Xinhua News Agency. We are right now in front of the toll gate at the west end of Hong Kong Zhuhai and Macao Bridge, the longest man-made sea crossing in the world. This bridge has opened to public traffic from 9 a.m. This morning officially, and we are waiting for the first vehicle and first passenger to cross the bridge, which are passing through the immigration and customs clearance in the building opposite to this toll gate. This bridge is the first large-scale infrastructure jointly developed by Guangdong Province, Hong Kong SAR, and Macau SAR under the principle of one country and two systems. The bridge will slash the travel time between the cities from more than 3 hours to only 30 minutes. So consider the time, the energy, and expenses saved here. You can easily get its significance. The bridge itself is a mega project which took 9 years to complete. The main section of the bridge includes also an undersea tunnel and 2 artificial islands. Today's weather is not very good. It's drizzling right now. Actually, frequent typhoons are a major challenges to the construction of this bridge for a few years. But in sunny days, in clear days, this bridge is beautiful, it's breathtaking on the sea. If you look from above, it's like a silver curve across the blue waters. Later, we will join the other vehicle and travelers to cross the bridge together, and we will show you the highlights along the bridge. Its main section has 3 navigable bridges. On the west, which we can see from where we stand right now, is the Zhuhai Navigable Bridge, which is nicknamed Sail Towers after its shape. The twin towers are taller than 100 meters, so they can be seen clearly from downtown Zhuhai and Macao in clear days. Now we see 2 buses driving towards the bridge. Are they the boundary crossing coaches or some work vehicles of the bridge authority? I'm not sure right now. Well, we talked about the navigable bridges just now. The navigable bridge in the middle of the bridge is called Zhuhai Navigable Bridge or Dolphin Towers, because this place, this area, is also an important habitat of the Chinese white dolphins. It is an endangered species under top-class protection, state protection in China. Many people worried that maybe the construction of the bridge will have a negative impact on the dolphins, but actually more than 2,300 dolphins were spotted near this bridge since 2011. And just yesterday morning, 5 white dolphins were spotted by a patrolling vessel of the Guangdong Maritime Safety Administration, and they were swimming towards the bridge, also celebrating its official opening.
哦，不是，哦，你不知道那个信息是吧？是央视在，你们不是央视？我们不是新华社。哦，我们没访问，就我们知道第一辆车是货车在做。我没看过这，没看过这。
I think the trucks, the container trucks which are going to cross the bridge must have a lot of commodities to declare to the customs. Well, I see a yellow double-deck bus driving towards the bridge. I hope that's the vehicle we're waiting for. A yellow double-deck. Okay, it's a shuttle bus running, heading to the Hong Kong boundary, full of passengers. You see that? A double deck full of passengers heading to Hong Kong. It's getting through an electronic toll gate and enters the bridge. The Hong Kong Zhuhai and Macao Bridge, the longest man-made sea crossing in the world, just welcomed the first vehicle. More vehicles are coming to enter the bridge, to cross the bridge today, because this morning we already see many of them waiting at the boundary facility. Many of the vehicles are trucks, are large trucks and container trucks carrying full loads of commodities, of goods to Hong Kong So they will spend a lot of time passing through the customs clearance. And please share this live broadcast to your friends if you like it. This is a special moment. We are celebrating the official open of Hong Kong Zhuhai Macao Bridge, the longest sea crossing in the world, which opens to public traffic officially from 9 a.m. this morning. And I'm Lai Yuchen with Zhuhai News Agency.